Audible lets you enjoy all your audio entertainment in one app. You'll always find the best of what you love or something new to discover.
As an Audible member, you can choose one title a month to keep from their entire catalog, including the latest bestsellers and new releases.
I am currently listening to Drunkish by Stephanie Wilder Taylor. I really like Stephanie, and this is a book about leaving alcohol. It's called a memoir of loving and leaving alcohol, and I really dig her take on it. She's a funny person, and I love having her voice actually in my ear, reading it to me. New members can try Audible free for 30 days. Visit audible.com/crappens or text crappens to 500-500.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
What you're hearing are the sounds of people everywhere putting on Bombas socks, underwear, and T-shirts made from absurdly soft materials that feel like plush clouds. Yeah, that plush. And the best part? For every item you purchase, Bombas donates another to someone facing homelessness.
Bombas. Big comfort for everyone. Go to bombas.com/Wondery and use code Wondery for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com/Wondery, code Wondery.
When you choose Organic Valley, not only will you be enjoying great tasting dairy, you'll help to save over 1,600 small organic family farms who are protecting over 400,000 acres of organic farmland and all the plants and animals that call it home. This is dairy you can feel good about. It's great tasting, high-quality organic dairy, ethically sourced from small organic family farms. To find Organic Valley Dairy near you, visit ov.coop. That's ov.coop.
Watch what happens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that happens? Watch what happens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that happens?
Hello and welcome to Watch What Crappens, a podcast about all that crap on Bravo that we just love to talk about. I'm Ben Mandelker, and joining me today is the one and only and hilarious gentleman of the hour, Mr. Ronnie Karam. Hi, Ronnie. How are you?
Well, hello, Benjamina Bettina Batunki Taco. How are you?
I am doing exceptionally well this morning, I have to admit. I'm doing very, very well.
You are. You've got a little pep in your step today.
Well, because it's our last day of recording for the week, so I've got a pep in my step. It's Bagel Thursday, which is a holiday that I created for myself, celebrated really just by me. And
you're really trying to make that trend with yourself.
Yeah.
You're really using Bagel Thursday in a lot of sentences.
Isn't it sad when you try to make fetch happen, but you only care if it happens with yourself and you still can't make it happen?
It's only yourself. That's so funny.
But I get a bagel every Thursday. It's like a little thing. It's my little carrot that I dangle in front of myself to get through the week. And so I had my bagel, and then I went to the fabric store, so I got fabric to start a new shirt. But most importantly, I don't know if this was an omen. It was an omen. This was an omen. I was driving back from the fabric store to come here to this recording session. And I stopped at a stop sign, ready to go forward in my lovely Kia Sportage, which just celebrated its 1-year anniversary. And then I see in the corner of my eyes a sweaty mass lumbering towards my car. And I looked to my left, and it was a jogger who wanted to cross in front of my car, and the jogger gave that gesture like, no, you go. And do you know who that jogger was? Peter Madrigal from Vanderpump Rules. So I said, you know what? It's gonna be a great day of podcasting. I've already encountered a Bravo celebrity.
Wow, that's a big one too, Peter.
Yes, it was a big one. A sweaty Peter in the morning. So good for him getting some fitness in. So anyway, that's my really sad story. See, you thought
nice little starter horse to start the day.
Anyway, you guys, we have tickets going on sale tomorrow to the public for our shows in London, Birmingham, and Dublin. We're going to Europe for the first time ever. Really excited about it. There is a pre-sale happening now. If you missed the pre-sale, don't worry. It's going on sale tomorrow publicly. That's at watchwhatcrappens.com. Really psyched for those shows. Those are going to be in May. Those will be in late May. Early May, we're in Netflix is a Joke. We're going to be performing at the Kookaburra Lounge in Hollywood at the Ovation It's just the Ovation. That's what it's called. It's like the shopping. It used to be Hollywood and Highland. It's going to be a great show. Our friend Katie, who you may have seen at the Crappies, it's her club, and it's a beautiful club. We're really excited. So go get tickets for that also at watchcrappens.com. And by the way, you still have the replay for the Crappies is up for a week. So if you missed it, you want to watch it, you want to see what all the hype is about, go check that out. And again, at watchcrappens.com. So that's all the big news.
That's where it's at, y'all. And today is a huge episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills where we finally got the Kyle drama. Dun, 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 dun. I know you've all been waiting with bated breath.
Yeah. I was waiting.
Look how excited Ben is over there. Look how I just took all of Ben's fun starting energy and just wrecked it into the ground. Remember how happy you were like 5 minutes ago? Now you're like, yeah, well, I guess here we are.
I was like, oh, that's right. I have to pivot away from sweaty Peter Madrigal to this sweaty party at SoFi Stadium.
It's not Bagel Thursday anymore. It's Kyle and Maurizio Thursday. It's Kyle officially tries to steal more storylines from Vanderpump, who she got killed off on this show years ago. I don't know what she's still holding on to. Let it go, okay?
I mean, you got to feel a little sad for Kyle because this is the big episode. This is her Scandival episode. This is what the season was leading up to. And honestly, I kind of feel like it got upstaged by the Real Housewives of Miami. Like, sorry, Miami had a better finale. Sorry.
It did. And also Tom Sandoval news and all that stuff that was coming out about Tom Sandoval this week, which is Vanderpump's show. So it was pretty funny to watch Kyle just get shit on again. Darling.
It all got upstaged. So anyway, we start off with planning for the annual white party, which is very sentimental, Kyle. It's so sentimental for Kyle that she decided to throw it in a stadium this year because that's where you celebrate sentimental things, in a giant, empty location that's way too large for an intimate party.
I didn't really understand. Does SoFi need publicity? What are they loaning out the studio to Kyle for? Isn't that
know.
Sad?
You know what it reminds me of? Were you with me that one time? I don't remember if you were with me or not, but I one time went to the Beverly Center, and Jesse Tyler Ferguson had just launched a bow tie line, and he was having a launch party for the bow ties. And at the Beverly Center in the it's a mall, by the way. It's a mall here in LA, and there's, it's like a mall. Malls have a big, wide kind of sort of. They're not hallway. What do you call it? Just like areas where you walk between stores, right? And there was one area that was fenced off because normally there's like a piercing pagoda in there or something like that. And he had rented that out for his party. So what happened was you have this fancy launch party held by a TV star, and everyone is in suits and looking glamorous. And it's in this fenced off area in the middle of like the promenade or whatever. And then you have mall shoppers like us just walking by with our bags, and like, why are all these fancy people in this in their little stable partying? It was so bizarre. And that's kind of what this party reminded me of. It's like, here we are at this very luxe party in this extravagant location, but it's still like this weird cordoned off thing in the middle of an empty abyss.
I actually would have liked it if there were a bunch of poor people in short shorts walking around. I would have preferred to see some mall people in there, just kind of like lingering around Kyle's fucking white party in the SoFi.
Right? Just was weird. It was weird. I mean, I'm cool, but weird.
Kyle's like, people keep saying to me, am I misunderstanding? Are you having your white party at SoFi Stadium? That is crazy.
Yeah, and
We're all very impressed, Kyle. Hey, guess what? I used to have my birthday in a public park. It was huge. Everyone was so impressed that the city gave that to me. Just me, Ronnie. The public park, a scaredy park in El Paso. I mean, the glamour, okay? The glamour. We painted the grass red. We painted the grass red for people to arrive.
This is probably Kyle's best white party, not because it was at a stadium, but mainly because it was away from her wildly untrained dogs, which are like knocking over plates and eating off people's napkins at all times. You got to be on Barbie patrol there.
They're at home like rioting. So she's like, well, the white party has been very nostalgic for us because this has always been about our family. Let's watch some memories.
Yeah, it's so much about our family that we invited 400 people to a stadium.
To SoFi.
Yeah, to SoFi Stadium. Okay, just because that's most of the letters in Sophia's name does not mean that's about family.
Okay, here's the biggest moments in the white parties that they did not show, because they showed clips of it.
I know
Kyle
what
trying
you're
to beat
gonna
up
say.
that woman who was hitting on Mauricio, that Mauricio was not even turning down at the party. Which they should have included in this, because that was actually kind of hint number one, I think, for all of us, or one of the first number ones. And then there was the Kyle eating a fat burger.
Yes, I was going to say that. That's the number one in my mind.
That
Kyle's
was damn
sitting there with
good
the fat
too.
burger.
I really miss the Kyle eating burger shots that they've had on this show, like Kyle leaving hamburger heaven.
Do you remember those early white parties when it was around her bean-shaped pool?
Yes.
Just wanted to remember.
I saw an otherwise lovely house, and it had a bean-shaped pool.
Did you think
And I
of
was
me?
like, oh, Ben would hate this. It still haunts me to this day, the bean-shaped pool.
Why? Actually, I'm not sure why I even hate those. I think I may call that back, because I'm not call it back. I may walk it back, because I think that maybe there's been so much strife in the world over the past few years that I think bean-shaped pools, if you want to have your pool the shape of a bean, I think I'm going to support it from now on.
Enjoy your bean-shaped pool, you know?
Yeah.
Like, live your life. So we see past white parties and stuff, and Kyle's like, well, I mean, I'd rather put my energy and focus on a white party than dealing with the other stuff I'm dealing with in my life, which is really difficult, which I'm not going to talk about at all with you guys, but it's really, really hard, even though nothing's going on.
Yeah, everything is fine. Everything is fine. I just don't want to focus on the things that are fine right now, because it's really hard to focus on things that are fine. That's fine. So they go in, and guess who is there? Guess who the party planner is? It's none other than Kevin Lee. She, Beverly Hills, darling. And so he's back, which, I mean, you want to talk about literally stealing Lisa Vanderpump. I mean, Kyle even admits it, to her credit.
Yeah, I was kind of embarrassed. I don't know. It's like when you divorce somebody, but you keep wearing the ring, you know? Like, you keep trying to have the cachet of that person, but you're like, that person is so toxic, I want them out of my life, but I'm still keeping the ring, the name, which I get sometimes because your kids have the same. I don't mean like start a big stink about it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It's like
I've seen Lisa Hochstein before. Yeah, of course. I watch Miami.
Like, you want out of that relationship, but you just can't let go of all the perks. And I feel like that's Kyle, you know? Kyle's just here with she, Kevin, who, you know, had to get permission. Yeah. I mean, you know, Lisa Vanderpump is somewhere so happy right now, petting her new, you know, bad end of the cloning stick dog, Donut. She's just petting wonky-eyed Donut somewhere, like, oh, Kyle requested permission for she. Let her have him. Oh, yes, Nicolene, of course, release my year-long hold on SoFi Stadium for this night for Kyle. Let her know Lisa sent her, darling. Bah!
Oh, darling Kyle, please enjoy your 2-hour event at that football stadium down in Inglewood. Meanwhile, I'm installing a 6-story clock by Nicolene in Wembley Stadium. Enjoy!
So Erica comes. Oh no, wait. Where are we now?
Yeah, they're still kind of like arriving, because what happened? There's a group of people that are arriving for a walkthrough at SoFi. So Erica comes because she'll be performing, and so this lady named Abby, who I think is she the one who is like from SoFi Stadium? I don't know, but she's like, welcome to our humble abode, and Erica's like, I am blown away. Wow.
I mean, it is a pretty cool place. I went to see Beyonce there, but it's a stadium. You know what I mean? Everyone's like really falling all over themselves.
Well,
and stuff.
I mean,
like a stadium. You're having a party in the middle of a stadium? Wow. I just don't really get it. It's like
okay. I get it in the sense that it is cool to go to a stadium and walk out on the turf, and it's this big place, and it's a rarefied land. Not everyone gets to ever walk out onto the turf of a stadium, and so it's cool as an experience. I think, though, ultimately, though, as a party, it just feels so cavernous and empty. I don't know. Like, I could not shake that. Doesn't matter that you have 400 people there when there are
Soulless.
like 18,000 soulless.
Soulless. And everybody also dressed in white, you know. And then you take natural palm trees and you spray paint them white, so they're suffocating to death out there.
Wow.
It's just a soulless, sad experience, which really goes a long way in summing up Kyle's time on the show, you know. So good for her. She knows how to do a theme. She knows how to work a theme. Let's give her that, guys. So Erica's like, yeah, blown away. Like, Erica. Stick a fork in it, Erica. For fuck's sake, man. It's not even close to show date.
She goes, Kyle goes, we just have to fill this up with all our friends, guys. Yeah, well, I don't have that many friends. Honestly, I couldn't even fill up this row, girl. Which is kind of funny. So then Erica's friend Luciana comes in, and then they all go down to the field. And then Erica's like, so is this the tunnel that I run out in the Super Bowl? Yeah, it's like my vagina. Pat the tunnel. Yeah, baby.
And so Luciana's like, Kyle, how did you pull this off? How did you get SoFi Stadium? And Kyle's like, I did a direct TV commercial here.
Of course. Yeah, I did a DirecTV commercial. It was like pretty big. You may remember Teresa and Kenya. I don't know. I was kind of the star of it. Yeah. It's like, okay. All right.
Huge.
Settle down.
So it's huge. And Erica's like, yeah, what a massive commercial. They sold out tickets for that fucker. People were just dying to watch that commercial. Over and over they watched it. Loved it. Great commercial. Great ad, Eric. Kyle. So Kevin's showing her the stage and stuff. And he's like, that's where you're going to perform, Erica. Can you even imagine? She's like, yes, I can. I cannot believe that, number one, Kyle's having a party here that she asked me to perform. Erica, you got this far. This is your warm-up for your Vegas residency. I love that Erica's really treating this like the Super Bowl. At one point, she's like, wow, look at me, how far I've come. SoFi Stadium. Girl, you were asked here to sing as free entertainment for your friend.
You're one song from like 8 years ago. Okay. I mean, like, I just, it's hilarious.
I mean, is it better than my free gigs? Sure. Okay. Yes, I will concede that. My last free gig was interviewing Chris Harrison for my mom's country club lady luncheon. Okay. So yes, you win in that, but it's not really a competition. I don't walk around bragging about it either. You know, I'm not like, hey guys, hey Chris, it's me. Just stop by. Wondering if you had some milk I could borrow. Remember me from the country club? Huge gig.
It just is like very reminiscent of James Kennedy pressing play on a CD player in Cancun once and being like, I just played Mexico. It's like, you didn't sell tickets at SoFi Stadium. It was arranged by production and you sang. And it is cool that you get to sing in SoFi Stadium, but let's be honest. You're singing to Faye Resnick. I mean, this is just like, you're not Usher, okay?
Who are we kidding? When we go to London, we're going to be in front of the fucking palace doing a bonus episode and telling everybody that we performed at the palace.
And you know what? And if someone wants to say the same thing to us, they sure can. Because guess what? We will both call it out and we will both act it out. Okay?
Yes.
So, we are members of the Hippocrat Party, and you for sure know that if we could go and sneak into Wembley Stadium, I'd be like, well, guys, Crappens has taken Wembley Stadium, guys.
Yep, we did it. Finally, we did it. Erica Jade is back, and she's at SoFi, so take that, everybody. Take it. And Kyle's like, hey, can we put White Party 2023 up on that screen, that giant jumbotron thing? That would be great.
And Kevin's like, of course. And it'll say Kyle 2023, and she's like, what? Don't put my name up, please. If you even put up Halloween superstar Kyle Richards on there, I will be mortified. Please don't say star of the DirecTV commercial that took place in the stadium, Kyle Richards. If you do that up there, I just cannot. This is not about me. This party is not about me. This is a party where I'm just merely flexing my access to SoFi Stadium and that I have so much expendable money that I can throw this extravagant party here when I very well as easily could throw it in my backyard, but it's not about me.
So she tells us, I learned about Kevin Lee from Lisa Vanderpump, and if I'm going to be doing a party that's so over the top that it's at SoFi Stadium, I need over the top party planner. So, yeah, Yeah. So
Yeah. How do you know that Kyle and Mauricio are breaking up? Because there is a party at SoFi Stadium. Like, nothing says grand finale like blowing out your white party this way.
Our marriage has jumped the shark. It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
You know what's the worst is when you are shopping online and you're so excited for everything in your cart, and then you look and everything's going to arrive in like 5 weeks, and you're like, why am I even doing this? And you just give up. I hate that. Don't you, Ronnie?
Oh my God, I hate that. And also when it's so expensive. I mean, listen, shipping can make or break a sale. And as your business grows, ShipStation can help optimize how you ship your orders so you can stay competitive while you scale up.
ShipStation is really great for all of this stuff. They've got a free trial and quick setup. It's really easy to try things out before you commit or get started right away.
Their dashboard is so user-friendly. You can easily automate shipping tasks. You can manage orders in one simple dashboard.
You know, one thing also that's really cool is that ShipStation has enterprise solutions that reduce warehouse costs and improve profitability. And like, as your business grows, you can really just save thousands on shipping costs because of that.
ShipStation has industry-leading discounted rates from USPS, UPS, DHL, and Global Post, with discounts up to 89% off USPS and UPS rates. Optimize and keep up your momentum for growth with ShipStation. Use promo code Crappens today at ShipStation.com to sign up for your free 60-day trial.
That's ShipStation.com, promo code Crappens.
The team at Hungry Root just sent me a new box. It's full of yummy stuff. This food is so delicious. You know, I'm really keeping it healthy these days, and it's super easy with Hungry Root. My personal favorite, love some grain bowls. I had a poke salmon bowl, delicious. I had a Chipotle Gouda grilled cheese for something a little more cash.
That sounds wonderful. Hungry Root is your partner in healthy living. It is the easiest way to get fresh, high-quality groceries and simple, healthy recipes delivered to your door.
You can take a fun short quiz, and Hungry Root will get to know your personal health goals, what you like to eat, the kitchen appliances you use, and more. And then they'll build you a personalized cart with all your grocery needs for the week and give you delicious recipe recommendations to put those groceries to good use.
Save hours planning, shopping, and cooking. Hungry Root delivers food you will love.
Right now, Hungry Root is offering Watch What Crappens listeners 40% off your first delivery and free veggies for life.
Just go to hungryroot.com/crappens to get 40% off your first delivery and get your free veggies.
That's hungryroot.com/crappens. Don't forget to use our link so they know we sent you.
So,
Bless her heart.
So then Kyle's like, okay, so Kevin, so we talked about having like the cheerleaders being out here already. So I want the cheerleaders to make an entrance. And he's like, no, they're going to be out here for you. So when you're walking out, they're going to cheer for you. And she's like, wow, me? I mean, no wonder you do Lisa Vanderpump's party. This is sounding very Lisa Vanderpump. And then she's like, oh, darling, don't make it about me. Don't make it about me. Make it about me. Make it about me. Which is very funny. She does a very good Vanderpump. But I just think it's hilarious that Kyle is trying to do this faux humble moment. Like you cannot be modest and throw a party at a stadium at the same time. Like, you can't be stupid and smart at the same time. Okay, Kyle? You can't.
So Sutton takes her daughter shopping. Okay, Porter, blink 5 times if you need help. Like, girl, Porter looks like she's always been kidnapped. She looks like kidnapper video. Like, let me know how to get to you, okay? Just give me some kind of hint. I will help you, Porter. I will help you. Porter seems like a nice girl.
She has been kidnapped by her mother, and you know at that moment, Porter had to make up an excuse to the sisters of Kappa Kappa Gamma to say why she couldn't attend tonight's cotillion, like, party or whatever, because, the entire time she's there, she's like, Mother, this is really nice, but if I don't get back to Cindy and Cece, I am going to be kicked out of the sorority, Mother. Get me out of here.
The lady is like, hi, Sutton, how are you? Probably better now that Porter's home, am I right? And she's like, oh, Porter, yeah, she's here. I mean, I rested a Diet Coke on her earlier, and that worked. So, Porter, did you remember the ocean breeze in your purse? Oh, yes, Mother. Good girl. Go look at the faux over there. Look at the faux diamonds.
One of the benefits
over here with the real things.
One of the benefits of naming your daughter Porter is that she knows what she's going to be in life. Ocean spray, please.
So they're looking around at jewelry, and we get a Sutton scene about how Sutton is so proud to be independent now. Okay, listen, Kyle's not the only delusional ass on this show, and that's kind of one of the reasons we love Beverly Hills. I think no matter what happens, they find the most delusional people to be on this show. You are not independent. In what fucking world are you independent? I mean, listen, congratulations on opening your store. But the way she keeps going, wow, I even kept my store open during the pandemic. You had rent paid you make $300,000 a month. What are you talking about?
I was watching this scene, and the entire time I was thinking of you. I was thinking of you just sitting there taking notes, just being like, shaking your head. I was like, I know what this is. This is a scene for Ronnie. This is a scene for a Ronnie rant. I was like, I may not even say anything.
Just the victory lap of look what I did. Kept my store open. I'm doing this all alone. How many pair of fucking leggings did you sell to buy $70,000 earrings today? Please stop.
I do applaud her for being a businesswoman and for keeping her store open and, finding a path in life where she can feel independence. But these thoughts did enter my mind as well. I won't lie.
I mean, come on. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve the money. I mean, she had the kids. She raised the kids. Absolutely, she was part of the marriage.
Does.
I'm not saying anything like that. It's just the victory lap of, wow, I've done it myself. I'm an independent woman.
I know. She kind of is acting like I agree. She fully deserves that money. She deserves even more money. And I'm glad she has that money. But she is sort of acting like her little Sutton boutique right there and like around the corner from, Gracias Madre. She's kind of acting like she launched McDonald's or something. Like it's just it's everywhere. Like she is now like a corporate, Bill Gates.
Magnate.
I don't know. I'm losing my words, everyone. I'm overwhelmed by the situation. But yeah.
I'm overwhelmed with my own pornness. Honestly, after watching this.
I am a little overwhelmed. I'm like, I was so excited when I had my birthday party this year at a tequila bar, and I was like, I think I've made it. I didn't pay for an open bar or anything, but I have a birthday party, and now Kyle Richards has a party at a stadium, and I'm like, I've so far to go.
Yeah. So they browse, and Martin is showing off a tennis bracelet with springs. So that way, you don't have to shove your hand in there as hard. You can just kind of spring the diamonds around your hand. And it's $455,000, which, I mean, I get paying for convenience, but...
You know what? It's called get 2 long pieces of plastic and make a lanyard. That's what I say. 45
I'll
cents.
shove it on your fucking wrist for $200. Half price.
Go visit our sponsor, Quince, and buy yourself something cute for $75 instead.
Yeah. So the lady's like, oh, you don't need anybody to put it on with springs, Sutton. And she's like, well, there is no one to trust to put it on. Trust me. I have no one. I'm an independent woman. Avi, put this on.
I know. I was about to say.
It's like a hand pops out of her purse, her giant Birkin. It's just like...
I felt bad that Avi wasn't allowed in the jewelry store. He was on the other side of that, like the security door with the guard, just holding up Ocean Spray, being like, I'm ready when she needs me.
So next she looks at an $89,000 ring, and she's like, in my previous life, asking for permission isn't fun. But now, I have my own freedom to buy my own jewelry. I don't have to wait for Christian. I can do whatever I want, and there's no guilt around it. So I'm buying it. I own Walmart. That's what you get when you came up with the initial formula for OxyContin.
Guess what? I own a cobalt mine. Come at me, Prius. So I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't know. I should just stop today. So she tries on a $9 million ring, which is exciting. And then she has her daughter pick out some earrings for her, and she picks out some nice ones. And then she does. I mean, Sutton's been taking a lot of victory laps this season, and like I'm happy for her because I literally love Sutton. But I think you can only have this monologue so many times in one season. So here she is again. I've struggled with a lot of things since my divorce, and I think all of my children kind of saw me sink a little bit, and I really want all of them, but especially Porter, to see me thriving and not see me being a cliche of a wealthy woman sitting around planning galas in a moo with bonbons. I'm like, so instead you're going to go extravagantly jewelry shopping.
So you're a
instead of
wealthy
your freak
woman
in the
sitting
middle of the day.
around planning galas in not a moo with ocean spray instead of bonbons.
You have an Excel
Like, what's the
spreadsheet.
shame? What's the shame? Where's the shame in the previous sentence? You know what I mean? Was it the moo? Was it the bonbons? I aspire to that life. I want to be a wealthy woman sitting around planning galas, eating in a moo eating bonbons.
Sounds so nice.
Why are
It
you like
sounded
shaming
wonderful.
my life, my dream life?
But I also like her saying, Porter, we don't do that. We got to work. And by work, I mean spend about an hour and a half in the middle of the workday here just putting on fancy jewelry.
And by the way, you're not getting anything. Okay? Mama's not buying you anything. Okay. It's been such a long journey. And I think, oh, well, now it gets sad. Now it gets to real things I can't make fun of. So she's, oh, well, no, it's just divorce. I saw Daddy and I was like, oh, no,
divorce.
don't make fun of that. Sorry, it's a landmine lately, Bravo. Jesus
That's
Christ.
always
It's
a
like, oh, ha,
landmine.
ha. And then it gets to something so dark. And I'm like, okay, well, let's put the brakes on. Put the brakes on. But she's talking about divorce and she's like, you know, it was so hard on me when Daddy said he was moving. And it just cuts to Porter's face and she's like, I know. Please don't cry again. Please, Mom. Please. Please. Like, who do you think had to take the brunt of this? Fucking Porter. She
I
just
know.
got out. Leave her alone. Don't drag her into this scene. Porter clearly does not want to be.
Listen, I just want you to know, like going forward in your life, keep your independence, fall in love, have babies, meet a man, know that you'll be fulfilled by that man, and then keep your independence too, and never lose that person. And don't let that hard worker in you go, even though we haven't really seen any evidence of you being a hard worker, but, you know, maybe you can shadow your brother while he sticks his hand up vending machines.
So then Kyle and her daughters are all arriving at the party, the big white party. And the budget for this party was $400,000.
400.
Come on.
thousand.
That's not true, is it?
That
I don't
well,
believe
I
it.
believe it. I mean, SoFi Stadium is. I can't imagine that's like a $30 down payment. That's
I think
expensive.
that was given to them, though. Whoever owns it was like, you film here for free. Kyle's not spent. Listen, I get that we're supposed to believe these people are dripping with money, and Kyle really is. They have the agency is huge, but no, I don't believe that they spent.
Well,
$400,000.
Kevin Lee's going to cost a ton of money. There's the floor. Those palm trees are they throughout it. This shows. I mean, the palm trees are $14,000 alone. You got the food. You got this and that. You have parking. You got security. You got insurance. You got like all these things. It is, but $400,000 is so wildly.
Kim, there are people that are dying.
It's just ridiculous. I'm sorry. And Morgan Wade wasn't even there, by the way. Not that has anything to do with the budget. Sorry, that was two separate thoughts.
I was like, wow, I wonder how much Morgan costs.
Morgan Wade must cost at least a box of Triscuits.
Morgan Wade works for a K tattoo and a fucking neon sign that says Morgan Wade hung above her to sing.
But why wasn't
she had
Morgan
that
Wade
little
there?
concert? She's busy. She's a very busy person singing things. Off being Morgan Wade, you know? I mean, look at all the magazines. Morgan Wade. Everywhere you turn, it's Morgan Wade, darling.
She had to perform at the Little Miss Trout Festival. Where it's a beauty pageant for trout.
You got real pretty mouth.
Trout.
I'm sorry, Morgan, could you find less creepy ways to judge the contestant? What am I supposed to say? Hey, really love how you move that tail. Morgan. Creeping us out, Morgan.
The winner of Little Miss Trout 2023 and the recipient of a K tattoo from Kyle Richards is Trout number 3, Samantha.
Best sucker lips I ever saw. Okay, you were doing great there for a while,
You
Morgan.
and me on the kitchen floor, you were flopping around looking for water.
First time I fucked that trout on the kitchen floor. It's like, okay, well, let's cut the musical appearance short here.
It's a sad thing to think that what I used to breathe is what suffocates you. But at least we can kiss.
Okay, Morgan Wade is now making out with a trout. Can we cut to commercials? We don't have advertisers for this. It's the damn trout pageant.
I'm pretty sure we have a commercial for Trout McDonald's. Actually, we do have a commercial for Sutton. I'm worldwide.
Oh, I'm worldwide. Okay, so we find out that Kevin Lee has put a big Kyle that's reminiscent of the Chanel logo on the dance floor for Kyle. And he's like, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm dazzling you. And she's like, oh my God, what on God's green earth? I cannot believe it. Is this hard to take off? We have to take this off. I cannot have it saying Kyle. Could you put a picture of
Jamie Lee Curtis?
Jamie Lee Curtis, yes. Could you superimpose Jamie Lee Curtis's headshot being really impressed? Maybe the cover of Home Alone, looking at the name Kyle. She's an Oscar winner now.
Kyle acting like this party is not about her when the only people that are there are Kyle's friends, as far as we can tell, right? So he's like, no, I can't take this off. So she says, I want the SoFi Stadium ground to open up and just swallow me. Why is Kevin not getting this, that this party is not about me? It's about that I know lots of people. God, he's used to throwing parties for other people that do think the party is all about him, them. That's why. Kyle, don't act like you are not self-involved with every single party you do. And as you should be. I mean, that's half the reason to throw a party.
Well, look, I know that we give Kyle a lot of shit, and I know that when people are listening to the show, it gets annoying because sometimes we have a balance, like where one of us likes somebody and one of us doesn't like that person. There's like a balance. But when there's not a balance, is I think especially hard because it's just like constant hating on this person. I just want to tell all those people out there who love Kyle and are still listening to this, A, why are you doing it? Because it's just pain for yourself. But also, I'm sorry, and I want to give credit where credit is due. And that is when Kyle said, I want the SoFi Stadium ground to open up and swallow me, I thought, Kyle, after 13 years, you finally come up with a watchable storyline. Thank you. There's your credit.
Yeah. Volcano 2. They finally come up with a sequel. It's no longer
Joe
no
versus
longer
the
under the Brea
volcano.
Tar Pits. It's just under SoFi Stadium. Just lava chasing Kyle.
Okay, so then Kyle's like, oh my God, I cannot believe that. And Sophia's like, everyone's going to be on the dance floor anyways, Mom. It's not like anyone's going to notice. She's like, oh, then light it, goddammit.
So then it says unwanted custom tile and Kyle's dignity, $450. So now, actually, no, it's more like the tile costs $450 and Kyle's dignity. So everyone is getting ready, and people are in glam. Anne-Marie and Marcellus are in glam. Garcelle's in her glam. Garcelle's telling her glam person, like, oh, well, Erica's performing. So I said to Denise, and she goes, oh, she's in a good place. And I said, yeah, I think she is. She's really excited about her residency. And she goes, you can do that? And I go, what do you mean you can do that? And she goes, you can lip sync? It's a long way to go for a pretty okay punchline.
So then Erica and Mikey come to the event, and Mikey's like, why does the floor say Kyle? They're like, why does that say Kyle? And Erica's like, I don't give a fuck. It's not my party. I'm here to work. It's a very important gig for me. SoFi Stadium. Here she is, boys.
And then Rob and Crystal are getting ready. And Rob he's in a snit that Lucy didn't get his jacket. He's like, where's my jacket? I said I needed my jacket, and Lucy didn't pick it up from the dry cleaner. I mean, how am I supposed to go and get a white jacket at this point in time? It is ridiculous.
And then, let's see, Dorit's FaceTiming PK. Oh my gosh. She's like, baby, there you are. I'm missing you, baby.
Me too, honey. Can't believe you got this big thing tonight and I'm not there for it. But no.
He's still in London for work, and he knew this white party was important to me, and still he wouldn't come in town from London just to hop, skip, and a jump and a hello, and he couldn't even do it for me.
But 8 months ago, PK, had you been in London all this time and had to keep delaying your return, I know that it would have created a bit of resentment in me.
Yeah, but babe, I wouldn't have done this for 8 months, would I? Because I wouldn't have extended my trip then, because you were not in a place that I would have been able to do that. I wanted to do that. But now look at you, strong over there. Look at you holding yourself up. I mean, that's amazing. What'd you put on clothes today? Fucking amazing. Amazing work. I've got the Amex bill showing me that you've actually been out of the house quite every day. It's quite a big bill there, darling.
But you did do that, Bubba. You did do that. So she's basically saying, like he's saying that he knows my PTSD, but his actions don't show it. So once again, like a few weeks ago, I'm just like, okay. I know what's going to happen. We're going to have the white party, and PK's going to walk in with some flowers, and Dorit's going to be crying and all happy. But actually, that never happens. He really is just in London.
Yeah, look, expecting him to not work and to come to a white party, I don't know that that's reasonable. I get that she's feeling alone and stuff, but it's Dorit, so I don't know. I mean, we listen to Dorit talk. I can understand why someone would want to be gone for long periods of time. And I think she really did him in with that whole, when he tried to do that pretty woman thing for her and tried to make this big romantic gesture, and then she shat all over it the entire time. I think that was pretty much the end of the line for the Dorit and PK marriage.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
I mean,
he got you Berlin. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, there's nobody there now because you didn't appreciate your pretty woman. So he had kind of an anniversary party suggesting that you were a whore that lucked out in marrying him. I mean, a big deal. Well, when are we going to start seeing the romance and things again, Dorit?
There's nothing left because literally Berlin said, "Take my breath away," and the breath has been taken away. There's
no more breath.
It's just like a trout on a kitchen floor being serenaded to by Morgan Wade.
Yeah, and she's like, "Well, my glam just got here," and he's like, "All right, well, let's just get you through tonight then, shall we, darling?" She's like, "Okay, let's do this. It's gonna be difficult, but let's do it." So she goes into glam, and then we're back at Kyle's white party in the SoFi Stadium. I just wanted the Jumbotron to turn on and Vanderpump's face to slowly illuminate. "Hello, everyone. Nicolene and I would like to welcome you to the newly minted Vanderpump Stadium."
I know. Whilst you've all gathered here for ostensibly a white party, I've locked the doors and I'm transforming it into a pink party. Whoa! And all the floors and all the palm trees all of a sudden turn pink.
The only way to get out is to find the key, which I've carefully hidden inside Kyle Richards' spleen. Good luck!
It's a
turns into a Kyle hunting party.
Commercials. Here comes one right now.
From Wondery, this is Black History for Real. I'm Francesca Ramsey.
And I'm Conscious Lee.
What do most people think about when they hear the words Black History?
Rosa Parks, Reconstruction, MLK, February, Black History Month.
Exactly. There are so many stories of Black history that we just are not really talking about or thinking about, especially outside of February. And we are about to flip the script on all of that. Because on this show, you're going to hear a little less,
"In August 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue,"
and a little bit more.
She is a heroine to some. As a fighter for black rights, she is a villain to others.
Follow Black History for Real on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. Listen everywhere on February 5th, or you can listen early and ad-free on Wondery Plus starting January 29th. Join Wondery Plus on the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts.
Black is beautiful.
So, or I guess this would not be called Saw. I think with this cast it'd be more like Scene. It's past tense. So Mauricio shows up. He's like, "Yeah, I'm showing up with Alexia's boyfriend Jake. And hi, hello to the cheerleaders. Good to see you. I'm feeling vibes. Yeah, like I'm feeling my wife's hosting this thing. Like, where's Kyle? I'm feeling a lot of vibes right now. Yeah." So,
hello to a bunch of women I haven't slept with, but would if given the opportunity. My number is in the phone book. We'll see you later. It's actually on the internet
agency.
too. Okay, I'm just
See
You might recognize me. I'm the guy with an A on a red hat. I did it before Trump. Okay,
Yeah.
I did it before Trump.
She did it before the Trump. Sorry.
Yeah, I did it before Trump.
Little late, Camille.
Sorry, but I wasn't invited. It takes a really long time to get to Maui. I mean, to SoFi from.
Takes a long time to
Malibu.
get to SoFi.
Yeah. It's like a
There's
really
a lot
far
of traffic.
Because there's
no
so much
direct
traffic,
route.
right?
And
There's
it's
no
just
direct
like,
route.
it's a lot to do, but it's worth it in the end.
Yeah, devastating.
So upsetting.
I'm never gonna get that right. How many years was that? I'm never gonna remember that.
So
upsetting.
There's a house dad that we're going to be celebrating.
Somebody else's.
somebody
the
else's.
same day that we hear about our friends split.
So upsetting.
I know.
it is still the funniest clip. Mauricio just coming in. Be like, okay, I feel like you have still a lot of sentence left to get through, so let me just do this for you. And she's like, yeah, so upsetting.
Right. Pernicious. Okay, so Kyle's getting her glam with her kids, and then Erica's getting her glam, and Mikey's like, we haven't done a show in 4 years. So, I mean, I just like feel there's extra pressure to be like, oh my God, what is this glam look? What is it?
White. So, and Erica's like, God, I can do anything you want me to do. I can do a swim cat, bitch, and I don't even care. I'm a vessel. This pussy's in a vessel. Pat the vessel fucks. I don't give a fuck, vessel.
I'll do the swim cap. I don't give a fuck. Okay, how about we get the designer who made this outfit and just put him in a little tiny jail cell and dangle him above all the rich people? It'll be fun.
So Crystal and Rob show up, and they say hi to Mauricio, and then Sutton shows up, and there's by the way, for reasons that don't fully make sense, even though it's a white party, there's a lady on stilts, I think, in red, or she's on a platform in the tunnel that they have to go by. It was almost like, clearly one of the vendors had like a freebie, like rent 8 waiters and get a lady in red on a platform for free. So they're like,
it was kind of random. Yeah, you can't just throw a person in stilts for no reason. You have to have that person surrounded by other people and funny things, like a clown or, I don't know, a backbender.
Yeah, something like that. So Son's like, oh, you're very tall. I mean, wow, you're exceptionally tall. Well, congratulations on you, lady. You're working. You're independent up there. Wow, this is quite the spread, Mauricio. It's like, yeah, we decided to throw something smaller. This is, so I don't know. I don't even know what's happening here. Kyle just told me to be here right now.
So then Garcelle, who still has no shame about dissing somebody for not drinking, which I think is hilarious. I think it's the shittiest thing to be like, oh, they're not drinking? What a loser. But Garcelle is just sticking to that this whole season. So she comes in and she looks around at this huge party and she's like, wow, well, for someone who doesn't drink and would rather stay home and read books, this is a little bit of a contradiction. I mean, can you imagine a sober person having a party? But,
I mean, Garcelle is right, because Kyle has really framed herself as someone like, I don't even like to go out. Mauricio, all he wants to do is just go out and have a party. I just want to stay in. I want to read a book. I want to go kayaking. I want to be in nature. And then she throws a party in SoFi Stadium.
So, let's see. Kyle's still getting ready. Her and her daughters are all, getting their dresses on. And Kyle has, she couldn't get the miniature horse, so she's wearing the miniature horse. She's got like a horsehair dress on that they have to comb out. So I love that somehow, I guess we know where Lisa's deceased went. Kyle just heard news of that and had a damn dress made out of it for her finale party. I mean, Kyle's really cold.
So now more people. Faye Resnick shows up with some, she's escorted onto the field. By the way, another thing is that is a long walk from the tunnel to the party. You have to really just walk.
I literally hate this party. I'm looking at this. I'm just so resentful of this party. I was mad at Beyonce. I was like, you fucking kidding me? Do you know how much you have to pay to sit 8 flights of stairs up? And then you have to walk through that whole, you can't get dropped off. You have to walk through the whole fucking parking lot. It was not good. My watch was like, Mom, you're exercising. You're exercising. Do you want to count it? You're exercising. I was like, I'm going to get popcorn. Fucking A, dude.
Yeah. And then Marcellus, meanwhile, he is so I mean, Anne Marie and Marcellus come in, and of course he's reliving his glory days as a football player, and he's pretending like he's actually at the Super Bowl or just any game. He's like, yeah, let's go, baby. And then Cynthia Bailey shows up with Jeff Lewis, and Garcelle is talking about finding a husband, and then Cynthia and Sutton are talking to Jeff about his face work. And then what is it? Cynthia, or was it Cynthia, or was it Sutton that spilled on Jeff? All I know is that he was probably not a happy camper about that.
Yeah,
I think it's Cynthia.
I don't know. He's like, "Can I have one of those napkins, Sutton?" And she's like, "Oh, sorry, we're looking at Kyle right now, okay? Because Kyle's right there. Kyle's on the football field." She's like, people, we've got an entrance coming in. Anyone? Okay, here's all the girls. They're walking in. Where's Mauricio though? Where's he? Yeah, we've been looking for him since that memorial service. I haven't seen him. Where's Mauricio?
Mauricio's over at the buffet, actually. He spends a good amount of time over by those Schaefers.
Where the fuck else is a husband going to be? Look towards the meatballs, okay?
Does he literally have a single friend at this party? Like, he came in with his daughter's boyfriend, Jake. I mean, there's no one for him to talk to.
Yeah, so he is, in fact, eating meatballs at the buffet table. And the producer is like, "Oh, Mauricio's coming. Mauricio, Kyle's coming." And he's like right now? I'm eating right now. Come on.
All right, well, I guess I'll have to speed up. Okay. So so he's eating his meatballs, and then Mauricio goes and meets them he goes down there and he meets them. He's like, "Hey, how are you?" And of course, like, he's kind of like trying to like hug and kiss, but Kyle's like, "No, I'm doing my entrance to the white party." So they just kind of
what
forward.
Part of me entering without you did you misconstrue? Like, I purposely did this. I purposely put meatballs out so that I could get this done.
So I could have a solo, like me and the girls. The girls and I are gonna have our entrance without you, fuckface.
No. And he's like, "Come on, you girls are slaying." So they all go in and join the party and all that, and Kyle's doing her mwah, mwah. And Kyle's like telling off Jeff Lewis and Jess. She's like, "You and your damn fucking podcast talking shit about me. It's a radio show. How dare you? How dare you de-elevate?"
Yeah. And because the thing was that Jeff was saying that Kyle was on Ozempic. So then Jeff was like, "Well, you've lost more weight." And she goes, I am very fit and I've never taken a diet drug. You better fix it." He's like, "I did. I fixed it this morning." She goes, "Okay, I love you. I love you."
So then more air kisses. It's like a finale. Everyone's coming. Aaron and Denise come. And Denise is in white, but she's also wearing like a pink high school Letterman jacket, or whatever you call them. And Dorit's like, "Oh, look at you, it's Denise. You look like a little cheerleader for the color pink."
Oh, okay. Is PK here? Is he
ouch.
around?
Oh, ouch. Oh. Ouch.
No.
Sorry.
No, PK.
No, he's in London. I know. I was just telling them. Wait a minute. Is Pink even allowed here? Trying to get at my marriage. I'll destroy her color choices.
I know. Dorit has this whole thing where she's like,
"After what happened last time when I commented on her jacket, I don't think I want to touch that. But darling, it's a white party, and you're wearing pink at a white party."
I'm like, "Okay, Dorit, calm down."
And Denise's like, "Whatever." So then Kyle is talking to Faye, and she's like, "Oh my God, do you remember the first white parties we did? Like, literally, we had to like make our own photo booth. Do you remember that? We like had to paint stencils. Like, we had to paint stencils so that we could have like a background. That was crazy. Being poor, right?"
Oh my God, that first one just going so slowly down the 405. Did you say white party or white Bronco? I don't remember.
Now everyone's dancing and partying on, and Sutton and Garcelle are talking about Sutton's new earrings, and Garcelle's like, "Whoa, are those worth the new kitchen in my beach house?"
She goes, "Yes." She goes, "Oh, by the way, have you heard from Steve?" Ha ha. And Sutton's like, "Yes, I heard from Steve. I heard from him like 2 days after he ghosted me." Which, by the way, if you hear from someone 2 days after they ghosted you, that means you just heard from someone 2 days ago. Like 2 days later. That's not a ghost. That's not a ghost. If you text someone they didn't get back to you for 2 days, well, I don't like that personally, but it's not really a ghost, but it is a Peter off, I will say. Speaking of Peter, so she's like over it. She's like, "You know what? That's not good enough for me. I need someone who also, by the way, isn't in middle management. Let's just not forget that. He really is. We're not going to do that either.
Yeah. Oh, listen. 2 episodes was a very, very long time to be with a poor person. Okay. He can't even play darts well. So he can't even do poor things well. How am I ever supposed to expect him to get to rich things? God.
So
Garcelle and Sutton
designed bags.
Sorry, what'd you say?
He thought Celine Dion designed bags. I mean, enough said. I thought about it and I decided that was offensive.
I think I confessed this last time, but I really did too. The first time I heard Celine. That's how gay I am, though. Everyone thinks, oh, God, what a straight guy thing to think that, he doesn't even know who Celine the designer is. I think it's really gay because the only Celine I could even fathom is Celine Dion, I was like, Celine makes bags now? I totally did that. There's no other Celine.
There is no other Celine. And I thought Filene actually had a basement. Doesn't. No basement.
Hello there. This is a 2-part recap, okay? This is the end of part 1. So thank you so much for listening to this. Just come back a little later for part 2.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney.
Stroll in the park with Caitlin Clark.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Itchels. Aaron McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas.
She's never scary, it's the Green Fairy.
Jamie, she has no last namey.
Hava Nagila Weber. Know Your Worth with Jason Kurth.
She's the wind beneath our Jennifer Wing.
Sip some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's always supplying, it's Kelly Ryan.
Kristen the Piston Anderson. Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino. Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
The Bay Area Betches.
And our super premium sponsors.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall.
She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch.
She's a little bit loony. Junie. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender. We want to hang with Liz Lang. The incredible edible Matthews sisters.
Give him hell, Miss Noel.
She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She's quite the catch, it's Victoria Cotchett.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.
Hey, Prime members, you can listen to Watch What Crappens ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the Amazon Music app today. Or you can listen ad-free with Wondery Plus in Apple Podcasts. Before you go, tell us about yourself by completing a short survey at Wondery.com/survey.
Academy is a new scripted podcast that follows Ava Richards, played by HBO's Industries' Myha'la Herald, a brilliant scholarship student who has to quickly adapt to her newfound eat-or-be-eaten world. Ava's ambitions take hold and her small-town values break in hopes of becoming the first scholarship student to make the list. Bishop Gray's all-coveted academic top 10, curated by the headmaster himself. But after realizing she has no chance at the list on her own, she reluctantly accepts an invitation to a secret underground society that pulls the strings on campus life and academic success. If she bends to their will, she'll have everything she's ever dreamed of. But at what cost? Academy takes you into the world of a cutthroat private school where power, money, and sex collide in a game of life and death. Follow Academy on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can binge all episodes of Academy early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus.